Yesterday, let me just paint a picture of what's going on in my house. Green Bay Packers are playing, or there was football going on in my house, right? There was election coverage going on another TV in my house. My oldest son was doing homework on a laptop in another room. I was fed up with it all. I decided to surf around on Netflix. I was like, I'm done. I went into my man cave, and I stumbled upon. Now, I watched a Christmas movie last night, which is so out of character for me, right? I watched this Christmas movie, and after watching the movie, I did a little research on it, just a little bit, and it came out 5 hours earlier than when like it just came out.
Oh, wow.
And I sent it to Suzette, and I sent it to you, Kyle. Did any of you guys watch it?
I watched it.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was cute.
Cute. I loved this movie.
It was like interesting to me because usually the TV shows you send me, I would never in a million years picture you liking this movie.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was so. The movie was called Christmas.
A New York.
A New York Christmas wedding.
A New York Christmas wedding. And I didn't know what I was getting into. And part of the reason I pressed play, and then I think the remote kind of fell too far in my bed, like arm's length away. So I just let it play. And how would you describe the movie, Kyle?
It's a love story. It's a love story about. I actually feel like it's a modern day remake of the Scrooged movie, almost. It's like this woman, she's in this life, she's about to get married, she has kind of like a witch of a mother-in-law who's very controlling. She has a fight with her, she goes out to take, a run and get some fresh air, and she runs into this guy who ends up being her guardian angel and shows her what her life could have been. When
she was a teenager, she got into a fight with her best friend. So she was like 17 or 18 years old. Her best friend, her mother had died, and she was living at home with her dad. And her best friend, she was in love with her best friend. And so and her best friend was with a guy, and they were supposed to come over and decorate. And her best friend was with this dude and didn't come over. And she got mad and said, "Don't ever talk to me again. You're dead to me." Now, cuts to 20 years later. That friend ended up dying. She's on this path, but she's suppressed her feelings of who she really is.
Yeah.
Like she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Right? And she's about to get married to this man. And then the guardian angel takes her back and says, "Here's what your life could have been like." And says, "You have 48 hours," and puts her in this life to live this life. So now it's the current time, but now she's living with her best friend. Her best friend's alive. Her dad's alive. The moment where she saw her dad,
oh my gosh,
I started crying.
I was like,
if you cried, I'm going to be a mess when I watch it.
So she takes her out. I'm goosebumps right now telling you this. By the way, I've already tweeted the director, and him and I've gone back and forth.
Of course you have.
That's
classic John Jay.
She's in real life time now, and she sees her. He takes her out of the real life moment now and takes her to real life time, an alternate world where her best friend is still alive and her dad is still alive. And she lives in that life. And he goes, "I give you 48 hours to live like this." And then there's all these other twists that you don't expect. The Catholic Church is involved, and the Pope has said it's okay to be in the same-sex marriage. It's okay to get married in the church. And there's that battle going on, which I wasn't expecting. And then there's this huge twist with the guardian angel.
Yeah, I didn't.
And I was like, what? And then the time is up. And she gets married to her best friend, and there's supposed to be, and you're going back to your normal life with the guy that you're engaged to. And she's like, "Wait a minute."
No.
And boom, she goes back to her normal life, and she wakes up. It's like, is it a dream? Is it not a dream? And then she walks out, and then she sees the angel. And I'm not going to tell you what happened.
No.
But the end had I was like, what? And I'm not crying, right? And Blake then comes to bed. I went to bed at 8. Blake comes up to bed, and it's 9:30. And I'm in bed like, and she's like, "Oh, my God, were you watching the election?" I'm like, "No, I watched a Christmas movie."
Oh, I can't